is salvation for everyone. So you believe. You believe that. Hear what God says in the Bible. Who salvation is for?
I bring near my righteousness.
So God brings near his righteousness. You know what his righteousness is? You know what righteousness is?
Yes.
What is righteousness?
Righteousness is believing and following the commandments of God.
And what?
Following the Lord's ways.
The commandments. He said it right. Yes. Following the commandments of God. Let's read it from the Bible.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 6:25. 6 and verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness.
The children of Israel, this shall be our righteousness.
If we observe to do all his commandments.
If we, the children of Israel, observe to do God's commandments, that's how we are righteous. So what he said isn't wrong. Keeping of the commandments makes you righteous. Right? But do we keep the commandments today? No. Go back, go back, go back, go back. No. You're proving who salvation is for. Because salvation is for the righteous. The children of Israel who are keeping God's commandments. Go on.
I bring near my...
You're not putting your shit through the speakers again. That's not hurting it. You're not putting stuff through the speakers again. I'm asking you a question. You're not putting stuff through the speakers.
Thank you. Read that. That's our problem.
No, it's my problem. I live in the neighborhood.
I bring near my righteousness. It shall not be far off.
So you see that? You see how the other nations operate? They take our guns. Here is the other nations here teaching nobody comes up. But when it comes to us, looking for all people, he always comes up for that. So read that.
I bring near my righteousness.
God said he brings near his righteousness, which is the keeping of his commandments. When we keep God's commandments, we are then counted by God, righteous people. Right? Read on.
It shall not be far off.
God's righteousness shall not be far from us. Read on.
And my salvation.
And my what?
Salvation.
Salvation we're dealing with is for what?
Shall not tarry.
It shall not wait.
And I will place salvation in Zion.
In where?
Zion.
For who?
For Israel.
For Israel, the children of Israel, so-called 12 tribes. Where's the father
Noise pollution. Fucking noise pollution. Shut up. Jesus
Where's the father
Christ.
from?
Let people just enjoy their fucking Saturday without all this yelling.
Israel. We're all from Israel.
Yeah, the children of Israel. Where was the father born?
Oh, he's born in Africa.
In Africa. So you see, we were scattered all through Africa. That makes you an Israelite. Don't worry about the nations. Give me Psalms 2.
Even though it's in color?
Stick up in there, we're going back there. Psalms 2. Why do you hear this?
You can't even answer.
The book of Psalms.
Hear this, hear this.
Chapter 2, verse 1.
I want you to witness. This is what's going on. Read that.
Why does the heathen rage?
What?
Why does the heathen rage?
Right now we are teaching our people. We are uplifting our people. The heathens are raging.
Right.
The heathens are pissed off. They don't want that. They don't want us to come out to look for your well-being. To look for the children of Israel well-being. Read it again.
Why does the heathen rage?
The Bible says, why does the heathen rage? Why the hell are these heathens raging? Read on.
And the people imagine a vain thing.
Guess what? Slavery. They imagine these things against us. And now they got all people thinking that God loves everybody. When you read this Bible, God don't love everybody. That's a vain thought. Read on.
The kings of the earth set themselves.
So all these nations, their rulers set themselves.
And rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed.
We are the anointed of the Lord. The Bible says all these nations take counsel, set themselves against us.
That's right.
You understand that? That's why the heathens are raging. That's why he's pissed off. Now he sees us teaching our people how great they are. Because the Bible says you are a king, you are a God.
That's right. Yeah, I understood that.
Let us break their bands asunder.
So why are they raging? They want to separate us. Yeah. They want to divide us. They don't want to see the black man, the Hispanic man, and the Native American man, who are the Israelites, coming together.
That's right.
They say let us break their bands asunder. One of the first ways to break our bands asunder is slavery.
That's right.
They break our bands asunder in slavery.
Right.
They took some to Jamaica, some to the Caribbean, some to Europe, some to Africa. All over the place they took our people and separate us. They break our bands so that we won't be together, so that we won't know who we are.
So what's God doing now? Is this the end times? Because we're seeing a lot of things happening.
It is the end times. But what we gonna do before Christ return?
Antichrist is right before our face.
Exactly, Christ is before our face. But what we gonna do before Christ return? What we as a children of Israel have to do before Christ return?
We have to spread the word to the four corners.
No, what you gonna do for yourself first? Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. I want you to listen to this carefully, because as a children of Israel, you have a great responsibility. We are not like the other nations.
Bring it
You
out.
are different. God said you are a God. Did you know that? My brother, did you know God said you're a God?
That is so deep.
Give me that first, and then we'll come back here.
Thank you, Lord.
God said you're a God. I want you all to hear this, because our people don't know this. So we walk around with low self-esteem.
Yes.
You are great. But the only reason you're at the bottom, as we read in Deuteronomy 28, is for the breaking of God's commandments.
That's right.
But this is how God thinks of you. Read that.
Book of Psalms 82 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
I have said, ye are gods,
God said to the 12 tribes that ye are gods.
Bring it out.
Read on.
and all of you are the children of the Most High.
We are the sons of the Most High. That's what makes us a God. If your father is a king, then you're a prince. But guess what? Our father is the King of Kings.
That's right.
So that means we are prince.
That's
You are
right.
royalty. But they never teach us that. They tell you you're a nigger.
I love that.
They tell a woman they're hoes, they're bitches. They are princesses. You are a prince. Go back to Deuteronomy. Hear this now. My brother there. My brother. With the phone. What's your name, man? Any name you have, just let me know. Habali. Nice to meet you. I'm Soldier Israel. I want you to hear this. Because we are the children of Israel and God have a purpose for us. There's something that we must do. That's why we're suffering so much. Because we're not fulfilling what God said we must do. I'm going to read it. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel.
And now Israel. Now you brothers know that you are Israel. There's a requirement of you. Read on.
What does the Lord thy God require of thee?
So now you ask, what am I supposed to do now? What are we supposed to do? Now God is going to tell you exactly what we're supposed to do.
Bring it out.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
God said we have to fear him. Why? If we don't keep his commandments, this happened to us.
Bring it
So
out.
we have to fear his judgments.
Right,
You understand that?
right.
If we don't keep that commandments, my brother, this happened to us. This is why we went into slavery. So we have to fear his judgment. So read that again. What do the Lord thy God require of thee?
And now Israel.
And now you brothers know you're Israel.
What does the Lord thy God require of thee?
God has a requirement of us. What's your name, my brother? Tobias? It's a powerful name, man. Do you know that's a powerful name? Yeah. It's a very powerful name. So Tobias, our forefather Tobias knows who he was.
Right.
No, you gotta know who you are, that you're a powerful man.
That's
you're
right.
a prince, you're royalty. So now God requires something of us because we are royalty, we are his sons. We are gods, we just read.
But to fear the Lord thy God,
Hold the question a while.
to walk in all his ways,
We're supposed to walk in all of God's ways.
Yes.
Read on.
to love him,
We're supposed to love God. Do you all know what it means to love God? What is love? What does it mean to love God?
To follow his command, to follow his ways.
To follow his ways,
Yeah, like honor him, obey him.
honor him, obey him. Let's see what the Bible says exactly. Because these are vague words. Honor him, obey him could mean anything. Follow his ways could mean anything.
Yeah. We need to
How
read.
can you follow God's ways if you don't know God's ways? How can you honor God if you don't know how he requires for you to honor him? Read that.
the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is love, for this is the love of
So
God.
you see what we are going to know? We are going to love. How to love God and what is love.
I find
Yes,
this,
it's the love of
I
God.
find this so interesting because this
You
is,
say,
Jesus preached out of the book of Isaiah.
okay, and what does his prophets do today? We are preaching from where?
Out of the book of Isaiah.
Same book. You see the thing? That to show you who are the Israelites? We are the Israelites. Read that.
For this is the love of God.
Listen to this carefully, brothers.
For this is the love of God, that
So-
we keep,
What is the love of God?
Keep his commandments.
Read on.
that we keep his commandments.
So we must be keeping the commandments, my brother. Do you know some commandments? Go back.
I know the greatest one of all. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind.
And how do you do that?
By,
Just read it.
yeah, just
By
obeying him.
keeping the commandments.
Keeping the commandments.
Read that. So now, we're gonna show you what God requires. Finish up that.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel,
And now Israel, now you know you're Israel.
what does the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy
Go
God,
over that. You must fear his judgments. Come on.
to walk in all his ways,
You must walk in all God's ways.
to love him,
What's to love? To keep the what?
The commandments.
and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
That means you don't have a mind of your own. Your mind must be God's mind.
Yeah, yes, sir.
But today, we say, oh, I'm my own man.
Be led by
Where's that in the
Spirit.
Bible?
Yeah.
You can't be your own man.
can't.
If you're your own man, you're following Satan. God said you have to have a mind after his mind.
Separated yourself.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong